currently recording this video at 1:57 a.m. for you guys. So in this video, we'll talk about the new 50 kilowatt hour battery pack, what it means for NIO, why it's really good, and some of the problems that might come with this new battery pack as well. So first of all, why am I recording at 1:57 a.m.? Well, I've been doing a lot of out of city driving, basically out of Beijing. I'm driving to my wife's hometown. I've rented the larger capacity 100 kilowatt hour battery pack and just been driving nonstop. And I'll probably have that video out in maybe 1 or 2 days for you guys to check out. But I think it would be a perfect opportunity to talk about the 50 kilowatt hour battery pack, which has pretty much been confirmed by NIO. And this is essentially NIO's genius way of doing a price cut without hurting existing NIO owners, because, well, existing NIO owners, you have the standard range battery pack, and that's still the same price. But if you buy the shorter 50 range city range battery pack, then of course the battery price is much cheaper, and you could still it's much more affordable essentially, and you could still upgrade to the standard range or the long range, and the price for upgrading to those battery packs will probably be different from a standard to a long range. So of course that would be the optimum way of getting a NIO actually, because right now with the standard range battery pack, usually people swap like maybe once every week, and you get about 200 plus kilometers of city driving essentially at normal city speeds, and that's plenty enough for most people. With that 50 kilowatt hour battery pack, you're probably looking at like maybe 150 kilometers or less of city driving, which is mostly enough for a lot of people, and you could charge and you can swap and you can do whatever you want. But the key thing is, of course, offering a cheaper way for people to buy a NIO. And the battery pack might cost anywhere between 20,000 to 30,000 RMB. So you can expect pretty much essentially a price cut of maybe like 30,000 to 40,000 or even up to 50,000 RMB for all vehicle models. And this would still, make NIO the same value, but not doing price cuts how everybody else does it, because that really hurts the secondhand market and everything. And this is a genius solution by doing that. And to be completely honest, city range driving, that's going to be enough. Charge every 2 or 3 days, and then if you want to go long range, long distance like I am right now, rent the 100 to double your range, or rent the 75. Now, this is definitely going to help sales. 100%. It's very good. It's genius. But there are several problems that might come with this. The first thing is having too many battery pack sizes, because right now at swap stations there's only 2 sizes: the 75 standard range, all right, and then the 100 long range. But soon, very soon, you're going to have the 150 semi-solid state battery pack, and then you're also going to have the 125 kilowatt hour battery pack for the ET9, and then you're also going to have this 50 kilowatt hour battery pack, and then you're also going to have the Alps sub-brand battery pack. So that is a lot of battery packs to fit in one station, right? So Gen 3 swap stations, they can fit 21 batteries. Gen 4, they can fit 23 batteries. And I think the way that it's going to shape out is, and for taking Gen 4 swap stations for reference, they're probably only going to have one 150 kilowatt hour battery pack. It makes no sense to have more than one. And then for the ET9 battery pack, also probably one as well. So 125 kilowatt hour battery pack. So that takes up 2 slots. You still got 21 slots left. And then you might have like maybe 5 long range battery pack, the 100, all right? So that puts the total amount at 7. So we still got 16 left. And then maybe 5 of the standard range battery packs, and then 5 50 kilowatt hour city range battery pack, and then maybe 6 sub-brand battery packs. And that would actually be okay. That would be relatively okay. And I guess, and this is exactly the route that they're going for. And I think it might work out. All right, it might actually work out. So this would definitely work out for the Gen 4 swap stations. But for Gen 3, it's a little bit more constricted. And then Gen 2 swap stations with only 13 battery slots, it's a lot more restrictive with the flexibility of what you can put in. And then Gen 1 swap stations, I don't think they're even going to put like the 125 or the 150, and definitely not the sub-brand battery pack there. There's only 5 slots for Gen 1 swap stations. So it's probably pretty much only going to be like maybe 2 long range, 2 standard range, and then maybe 1 city range battery pack. It's going to be tough, but you get the point. What kind of ratio do you have for these battery packs? It's going to be a lot more constrictive, and you might see more situations of potentially customers going to the swap station and having to wait because the battery pack size that they're going for is unavailable or aren't fully charged, okay? So that's a possible problem that might arise. Now, the second problem is, of course, the city range battery pack really just being not enough range, to be honest. Now, I've been doing a lot of highway swapping and highway driving, and to be honest, like, even though on the mileage it says 600 kilometers of range, 550 kilometers of range with the 100 kilowatt hour, if you're going at 120 kilometers per hour speed with AC on and maybe some music and maybe some seat heating on my EC6, getting above 300 is a pretty optimistic situation, all right? Usually it's around 300 or less, and then with the 75 kilowatt hour battery pack, you're looking at maybe like just 150 to 200 kilometers max in terms of actual highway range, all right? So with that battery pack, you can maybe expect 100 to 150 kilometers max highway range with the city range battery pack, essentially. And that might just actually not be enough, and I guess it's fair. I mean, the name says it's for city range. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of times what people are complaining about on NIOs is the range, all right? Essentially, people saying the range is actually not that great compared to like some of the other EVs, even though we have battery swapping and that solves a lot of problems. But having an even smaller battery pack really does not help the situation a lot. Okay, so overall, this is definitely going to help out with the sales situation, but it will cause some problems with all these battery pack capacities at the battery swap station. Now, briefly looking at NIO stock, as of recording this video, 5.43. Yeah, pretty spicy price. I mean, it just seems that foreign investors are just relentless in terms of selling Chinese equities, and also, Chinese equities themselves have also made a newer low in the indices. So it's a pretty tough situation, but I think soon we're going to bounce eventually. And I guess it doesn't really help that Tesla is also dropping a lot. So you got both Tesla and China dragging NIO down, which is kind of fortunate. Those two are dragging everybody down, all right, including Li Auto and XPeng as well. What we really need to see is investor confidence bolstered once again for Chinese equities, and we want to see the geopolitical situation ease off. So in my opinion, the bottom is not too far away, okay? NIO's doing a lot of good stuff. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, peace out.